The Osa Peninsula in Costa Rica is one of the world's premier wildlife hotspots, home to 2.5% of all biodiversity on Earth, while taking up less than 0.1% of the planet's landmass. Recently, I had the opportunity to travel to this location and volunteer at a local research station, where I was able to observe some of the most famous mammals and birds in the world. However, my interest in the region lies with a different group of organisms, the hundreds of reptiles that call this place their home. While many reside deep within the towering rainforest, some species specialize in surviving on the volcanic sand beaches of the area. After discovering the hiding place of one such beach-dwelling reptile, myself and a fellow wildlife enthusiast had the opportunity to get up close and personal with one of the largest lizards in the world, the Spiny Iguana. Cool, yeah, so guys, this is the Spiny-Tailed Iguana. This is a really, really cool species I was hoping to see here in Costa Rica. This is actually the first non-juvenile that I found. Now this is nowhere near a fully grown adult. I'd say this one is a good 2 feet long, which is definitely the biggest wild lizard I've ever caught. However, they can get up to around 4 or 5 feet long at max size, which is absolutely enormous. Now, as you can see, these are pretty defensive lizards. Like all animals, they will bite when threatened, but if you were to see him on the beach or something like that, these guys would never come after you. I'm still getting bit by fire ants. These guys would never come after you. Oh, would never come after you on the beach aggressively unless you tried to catch them like this. Now, these guys have a very important ecological role to play. You can watch me present with ants literally in my pants. So as a very strong middle link to upper link of the food chain, at this size, they're still going to be mostly insectivorous. However, he would definitely not turn down any crab, gecko, anole, skink, anything like that he could find. And these are also known as nest predators, so he could potentially dig up and eat turtle eggs on the beach, which is something we would not want him to do. But you can see he's actually in shed, so part of his skin right now is coming off, and you see he's very black right underneath. So he'll actually eat the shed as it comes off, and that provides him with some nutrients. But these are quite beautiful lizards. Let's see if we can show you the underbelly there. He has some really nice modeling, different bands of black and orange. Now, coloration varies greatly among different individuals of the species, but this is a very, very pretty individual. Now, that black coloration really helps absorb those ultraviolet rays. These are ectotherms, just like all other reptiles, so his body heat is completely controlled by the outside temperature. So here in Costa Rica, where it's almost always hot, these guys have an extremely high metabolism, and they are pretty constantly feeding during the day. Now, these are diurnal hunters. These are not nocturnal lizards, so they hunt mainly using their excellent sense of smell and their quite good vision. But very, very beautiful animal. Really glad that I could show him to you guys. They really are like little dinosaurs. I absolutely love how they look. So these claws are pretty sharp. Those are hook-shaped claws made for gripping, and you can see they're also quite good at gripping human skin. But these are excellent tree climbers, a largely arboreal species, so oftentimes you will see these up in trees hunting. We were lucky enough to find him here on this beach. So we're on the berm of the beach where you almost always have direct sunlight, and you can see against the sand and the wood, extremely, extremely well camouflaged. Very difficult to see this animal, and they will just sit here on this black sand, absorb solar heat, and hunt in these dunes. What a beautiful, oh! Now, the spiny tail, how can I forget? That is what gives them their name. This is covered in very hard, very sharp osteoderms, almost like an alligator actually, much sharper though. So, just like with snakes, where if you rub a keeled snake this way, you kind of get your fingers, you get some resistance. Same way here, if you rub these spikes this way, they are going to stick into your hand, and these are all very, very sharp. So if a predator were to grab it, he would probably try and whack it with its tail, and then he would run away into the nearest tree. But wow, that thing is awesome. Really, really a beautiful animal. Really cool lizard. Definitely the biggest lizard I have ever caught. And we'll get back him up in a tree right after a couple pictures. Ready? Alright guys, let's get this beautiful animal back in the wild. Now I bet as soon as I put him down, and he's done trying to eat me, he'll just dart. Oh. Yeah. Go on. Look at that defensive posture. There he goes. Oh, now, see, these burrows must be from these lizards. You see, he has a burrow right here, actually. It looks like he might be a bit too big. Go up in a, you want to go in a tree? Let's see if we can get him in a tree and show you how they climb. Alright, now let's see what he does. If he wants to climb, if not, that's fine, but at least he's in a tree where he's safe. So he won't get attacked by predators or anything up there. Whenever he's ready, we'll go up that tree. That's so cool. You see those claws, just let him grip on the tree perfectly. Just like little hooks. Alright, see you, buddy. Well, everyone, that's just about it for today's video. I really hope that you enjoyed and learned something new about the spiny iguana. If you did enjoy, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like on this video, and consider subscribing to my channel for more educational wildlife content coming every other Saturday morning. Thanks so much for watching, and keep adventuring everywhere. This has been Zino, of The Wild Report, signing out.